Hey guys, it's Emily, and if you don't know who I am just a normal person and trying to be a little bit better than I was the day before. One thing I have been focusing on lately is just my overall health. I am 37 and in the worst physical shape of my life, and now that the seasonal depression has lifted, I'm ready to get down to business. If you have ever searched online for diet tips, workout routines, how to be more disciplined, improving my mental health, all of those things, you may have heard of a program called 75 Hard. It is a tactical guide to winning the war with yourself and claims to be the only program that can permanently change your life. Sounds great. I want to be physically and mentally stronger. I want to create changes that I can sustain for the rest of my time here on this rock, so sign me up. However, 75 Hard has very strict rules that you must follow for 75 days in order for the program to work. If you mess up any of those rules in those 75 days, you have to start over again. I will leave, the link for that down below because I was telling my husband, this sounds like something that you would really thrive off of. I think this would be really great for you. For me though, no, not gonna cut it. I tried doing Whole30 at the end of February and I researched it. I went grocery shopping for it. I meal prepped for it. Like, I was more ready for that than most things that I have attempted to try in my life lately. And after about day 11, I wanted to physically harm every person that I came in contact with. It was way too restrictive for me. There were too many things that I was not allowed to have, and if I had that, I had to start the whole thing over again. And that kind of stuff just doesn't work for me. I need wiggle room. I need freedom and forgiveness, and don't we all? I feel like that's our motto, everyone's motto. Enter Beatrice Caruso with her 67 Try Your Best challenge. I found her searching on YouTube one day and I just adore her. I'm going to leave the link to the video down below where she talks about this because she is the creator of this challenge. But here are the guidelines. And side note, I looked up the definition of rules versus the definition of guidelines, and guidelines makes me smile when I say it. Rules, I just did that. Rules, like my face just hardens. The definition of a rule is one of a set of explicit or understood regulations or principles governing conduct within a particular activity or sphere. Guidelines, a general rule, principle, or piece of advice. Doesn't that already sound way more awesome? Guideline number 1, create a diet and stick to it. You pick your diet. You're not gonna find the definition of diet in this challenge. You are making your own. For me, it is going to be eating at a calorie deficit. I will be consuming 1,938 calories a day. I know that's super specific, but that's just what I have figured out is the amount of calories that I need to eat in order to lose a little bit of weight. And also, I am not going to be eating after 8 p.m. So that's my diet. 1,938 calories a day, no eating past 8. Maybe for you, it's not drinking soda or pop or Coke anymore. Maybe it's no fast food drive-thrus. Maybe that's your diet, just not going through the drive-thru of a fast food restaurant. Whatever you want your diet to be, that's it. Guideline number 2, 5 hours of weekly physical activity. So in a week, Sunday to Saturday, whatever your week starts and your weekends, 5 hours of physical activity throughout that entire week. This may be a little bit harder for some. I know schedules don't always give you much room for that, but guideline number 3 will kind of touch a little bit more on that. But I guess just try your best to hit that 5 hours of weekly activity. Mine, I'm looking at a tentative schedule of 30 to 45 minutes of like walking, maybe with a little exercise built in, Monday through Friday, and then throw in some yoga at the end of the night. I think if I can get an hour of physical activity Monday through Friday, then I've got Saturday and Sunday. But even if I don't get it Monday through Friday, I can do some on Saturday and Sunday, because again, these are just guidelines to go by. Guideline number 3 is to reflect and fix any slip-ups. My favorite. Find out why you weren't able to stick to the guideline that you had set for yourself. See if you can fix it, and then forgive yourself, move on. Try better next time. How wonderful is that? Number 4, hydrate. I don't have problems with that. I love drinking water. I've always loved drinking water. I don't always drink as much water as I should, but I also don't have an issue with drinking water. Some people can't stand the taste of water. I get it. Sorry for the continuity change there. I was sitting in a very uncomfortable position, and since, obviously I'm not in shape, I thought my legs were going to fall off. And my dog came in from the rain soaking wet and covered in mud. So I had to rearrange some stuff here. Anywho, drinking water. Seltzer water has come a really long way. Like, I love flavored sparkling water now, so maybe try that. So these are both 16-ounce water bottles. So there's definitely there's a difference in the shape of the container. I drink twice as much water when I'm drinking from this than when I'm drinking from this. I don't know if it's like mentally, since it's thinner, and having the straw, I drink so much more water out of this than I do this. So maybe getting a different water bottle? I don't know, something like that. But it's important anyways to hydrate. I don't think there's anyone who can argue that less water is better for you. So it's just important to stay hydrated. Guideline number 5 is to track your progress. So if you want to weigh yourself every day, weigh yourself every day. If that's your goal, to lose weight. Maybe you take measurements once a week. Take pictures, whatever your way to visually track this, do it. Writing stuff down, just writing down your weight every day, whatever it may be. So I'm going to take pictures at the beginning and at the end of this. And I also am going to weigh myself every Friday morning. I don't have a problem weighing myself. I'm not afraid of the scale. But I have noticed that my weight fluctuates so much, and it's very easy to get discouraged if on Tuesday I'm at 219, Wednesday I'm at 221, and then Thursday I'm back down to 219. Like, that could be discouraging. That one day where it shows I weigh a little bit more could be very discouraging. So I'm going to do it every Friday morning, and hopefully the number's less every Friday morning, and that will kind of take me into the weekend, I guess, being excited. Also, hugs are a really good way to measure yourself. My husband and I are both trying to lose weight, and we always joke that when we give each other a hug, we're like, oh my God, you feel smaller. And like, it's true. Like, my husband and I have been together for 13 years. Like, we know how the other person feels when you hug them. And so that's another fun way to measure. Number 6, read a book. This isn't a weekly thing. This is in the 67-day thing. I have friends who love to read. 67 days to read one book is nothing for them. They can sit down and finish a book in a week, maybe even less than that. I personally am an elementary school librarian. I read children's books every single day. But I can't remember the last time I just read for fun, for me, something that I wanted to read. So this may be challenging, more challenging to some than others. You can read a book. You can listen to an audiobook. It can be fiction. It can be nonfiction. It can be whatever you want. Just find a book that you think will be very interesting, and in that 67 days, read it. Here's the book that I'm reading, which I feel like anyone who would know me would be confused by this, because I'm confused by it. It's not a genre or a subject or anything that I thought would be interesting, but I am going to be reading The Codebreaker by Walter Isaacson. It is about Jennifer Doudna, I think, gene editing and the future of the human race. And I heard Walter Isaacson on a podcast that I listened to, and he was so intriguing, so smart, just so easy to listen to. And he's written a lot of biographies about Steve Jobs, Leonardo da Vinci, like a whole bunch of people. And apparently this Jennifer Doudna is one bad chick. It just sounds really cool. And hopefully it is, because it's like 586 pages long. but I have 67 days to read it. So hopefully I can do that. Guideline number 7 is 10 minutes of mental activity. So 10 minutes of something you're doing for your brain, not your physical, getting your heart rate up, seeing the pictures of yourself doing good. No, like something that you can do mentally each day to help exercise that aspect of your life. Journaling, meditation, deep breathing, maybe just drinking tea in a quiet room for 10 minutes and just kind of being in the quiet. My plan is to do 2 to 3 minutes of just like taking deep breaths. I do that to help me fall asleep. I'll lay there, inhale through my nose, exhale through my mouth, and it helps me fall asleep every time. So I'm going to do 2 to 3 minutes of really deep breathing, and whatever time I have left, I figured I could kind of keep a journal or a diary just of my thoughts and reflections on this journey. And the last guideline is to try something new every week. I'm super excited about that. I think I try new stuff a lot. I mean, I don't know, people watching this that know me might be like, oh, okay. But recipes, try a new recipe every week. I tried a new recipe last night. It was meh, but it wasn't too bad. Try a new workout. Try a new restaurant to eat at. Try waking up the first time your alarm goes off. I don't know, anything. Something that pushes you out of your comfort zone. That kind of can enrich you, I guess. Those of us following along with B, who's the one who created this challenge, who I will be kind of watching her videos, keeping up with that. That means you guys are keeping up with her too, or maybe you're keeping up with me, who's keeping up with B. We are starting on April 18th, which will put the 67 end date at June 23rd. Obviously, you can start this whenever you would like. I am going to be following that time frame and posting a lot on my Instagram page. And I also started a Facebook group for that, which I will try to link down below as well. And I plan on maybe making some videos that you guys can follow along with me on, just my progress, my struggles, my highs, my lows, whatnot, because I do believe one of the best things in life is just knowing that you're not alone. And I think this is just a great way to show that we're all kind of on the struggle bus a bit at times in our life, and there's no sense in doing it by ourselves. Are you planning on joining me? What would your guidelines look like? Do you have any questions? Just post all of that down below. And thank you so much for watching. If you have not heard this yet, you are important, and I am proud of you for making it this far. Oh, and June 23rd, Emily, I hope you did it. I hope you're proud of yourself.